Our earlier study in London had found that 20-mile-an-hour streets were safer than 30-mile-an-hour streets for people cycling. So we looked at the same thing in this study, and we found that when we just did the univariate modelling, i.e. we just looked at speed limits, we didn't put anything else into the model, we found a similar result. So we found that with the univariate modelling, injury odds were around a third higher for 30-mile-an-hour limit streets compared to 20-mile-an-hour limit streets. What we did find this time, though, was that when we put the other factors into the model, like for instance road width, the independent impact of speed limits disappeared. So what we're finding here in this study is that 20-mile-an-hour streets were safer, but that this was dependent on factors like road width, probably to keep speeds actually low.
Following a 2010 pilot, in 2014 and 2015, Bristol introduced a citywide 20 miles per hour policy, with only a few roads accepted. The University of the West of England carried out an evaluation of the scheme, finding a city-level reduction in injuries.
The initiative in Bristol offered a unique opportunity because it was citywide across 7 areas introduced over a period of time. So it was a very good natural experiment. It was signed speed limits with no physical measures. But we did see a statistically significant reduction in fatalities. The net result of that is pointing in the direction that the 20-mile-an-hour speed limit created a reduction in collisions and injuries. If we look into the dim and distant past, there's no logical reason why the speed in urban areas is in fact 30 miles an hour. And if we knew now what we knew when speed limits were first introduced, I'm pretty certain that we would have introduced 20-mile-an-hour speed limits as opposed to 30-mile-an-hour speed limits in urban areas.